player A, who would you rather take? Player A or player B? Player A has 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 8.2 assists, 1 steal a game. And yeah, this is just for the season, basically. And then, this season. Player B, 26.8, 8.7, 6, and 1.1. What are we taking? There's also more stats on there, but I'm not going to read all that.
How you feeling, Jared? I want to hear what you have to say first, looking at this.
I mean, as I look at it, player B, I mean, the only thing they really got is the points and the rebounds, but player A is definitely the more all-around solid player, more efficient. Yeah, all-NBA, all-star. Not first team. I'm definitely looking at player A as the better player there.
But seeing player B at first team All NBA, that's kind of what's that's kind of throwing me in for a loop, and I'm like, okay, so I think I forgot what the voting criteria is for first team All NBA. I think now they don't even actually do position; it's positionless for first team All NBA. So they don't go for like the best guard and all that stuff. It's all clumped into one. I don't know how the criteria works. I don't know if it's the players that vote or if the coaches or whatever. But it seems that the player B has had a spectacular season, one that's better than player A. It seems like, obviously, like you said, player A looks very efficient. And when we look at it, I mean, they're making well over 50% of their shots in this. Is this from last season, Noah?
This is from this season.
From this season, okay, yeah. So, man, but I don't know. And it looks like they both played each other as well, and they both, they split their head to head.
Yeah, you also don't know like their team success.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't even.
I don't know. I obviously like player A is very efficient, but if I'm looking at it. It looks like player B has the edge over points, and I'm kind of going to go with that because I think player B, I got player B, so.
Okay, so you're going with player B?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Jaron? You said, Jaron?
Give me player A. Give me player A.
Player A with player B. Do we have any guesses on who player A and B are?
They both played well over 70 games, and it seems like they both can stay relatively healthy, it seems like. Damn.
That A is Braun, isn't it?
I think B is Braun.
Fuck no.
B might be Braun.
Come on now. 24, 7, and 8. Come on now.
B might be Braun.
While shooting 50% from the field and a 78% free throw shooter, Braun is not that great of a free throw shooter.
Who do you think the other one is?
I don't know. We're talking 27 points. The other thing is but that would throw it off if their age was on here. There's a couple guys that come to mind.
I don't know. Who is Noah?
All right, so let me get the microphone. Player A is LeBron James, a 40-year-old LeBron James, and player B is Jason Tatum, who is in his 8th season. So now looking at it, does it kind of make a little bit more sense about the efficiency? I mean, like the play styles.
Oh yeah. Now that I look at it, definitely. I mean, look at this same player A, and it being 40-year-old LeBron is actually kind of crazy. Just seeing how efficient he's been. I mean, he's been efficient his whole career, honestly. So just seeing him being able to, still put up these type of numbers, it speeds volume, and he likes dishing the ball out too. It looks like with those averaging almost a double-double. It seems like so.
So would you still take Jason Tatum over LeBron James, knowing now that
no,
no?
give me Braun. Give me Braun. Sorry, I feel bad. Sorry, Braun.
Yeah, at 40 years old, that's nuts. That is crazy. I had a feeling when I saw the 7 and 8, because that's been a big topic. 40 years old, averaging 24, 7 and 8. That is crazy.
Okay, well, let us know what you guys think down below. Player A or player B? I know Joseph is fucking going crazy over that shit. You chose Jason Tatum.
I chose Jason
Tatum over LeBron James. All right. So now we're gonna move over to football. Clearly, I don't know football like that, so Jaron, you can read the stats for me. But player A versus player B.
Alrighty, so player A, we've got head-to-head regular season 1-3 against player B.
This is a quarterback. These are quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks, okay. And then in the playoffs, 1-0, player A. Player A played 287 games. This is one season? No, this is all time? I'll just say one season, 287 games. What am I thinking? Jeez.
That's CTE.
Yes. Is AV, what is this, average?
Yeah.
Okay. So player A played 287 games. We averaged 277 yards. That's what I'm assuming.
No,
that
it
is.
looks like average games he played. So it looks like he had 287 in his career. I think he averaged out to 277. Like,
Too many stats. Oh, okay. Well.
but if we look at it, I got you though. Don't worry. I'll read off the rate.
So one of them is in the Hall of Fame. One of them has 2 championships versus 1. We got roughly the same amount of Pro Bowls, 14 versus 13. Let's see. We got passing touchdowns, 571 versus 539. That's player A versus player B. Passing yards, 80,358 for player A versus 71,940 for player B. We're not going to do rushing touchdowns because these guys are fucking. Interceptions, 243 total interceptions for player A versus 251 for player B. Once again, player B is in the Hall of Fame. Player B has more championships, 2 versus 1. Let's see. Super Bowl MVPs are tied at 1. And AP MVP, what is that? That's
MVP, like NFL MVP.
Yeah, AP.
But wait, before you even continue,
Gotta fact
I already
check
know
that, but go
who
ahead.
player B is. Player B is Peyton Manning because he has the most MVPs as the in the NFL. So player B is Peyton Manning, but the other guy,
Holy fuck, man.
the other guy
Yo.
goes so player B is Peyton Manning, but the other guy, who is that? I was gonna say it's Drew Brees. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
bro,
Drew
look
Brees.
at all those stats, man.
That's Drew Brees.
That's all he did was sling it.
That's player A's Drew Brees. Yeah. Player A is Drew Brees. Player B is Peyton Manning. Playoffs, I can tell in the Super Bowl when they played each other. Drew Brees obviously won the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning. So I definitely, it looks like it is definitely Drew Brees versus Peyton Manning. Now,
Well, let's just throw the names out. Let's just throw the names out there. Who are you taking on that sheet?
oh, okay, all right. Honestly, because I mean, player
do
A is
that
slinging
now.
like you said, player A is slinging the rock, and he very, very efficient passer. I think he has the highest percentage of between the two for sure, 67.7, almost 70%, completing 70% of his passes. He doesn't turn the ball. His interception to passing touchdown ratio looks like it's a little almost 2-1 at this sense. And so, I mean, all those Pro Bowls, all 5 All Pros is crazy.
What are you about to say? Good?
Oh, bro, he has 80,000 yards passing. Average 280 a game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Joe Flacco was really good, man.
But I mean, now that I already knew the names though, but I'm still going with player B because if you look at all the awards and accolades, Hall of Famer,
Fuck the
championship,
accolades. 9,000 more
MVP,
yards, more
Offensive
yards
Player
a
of the
game,
Year.
fucking more pass touchdowns, less interceptions, his quarterback rating's higher, fucking take his rushing attempts, he ran more than him, and
wait
ran
a
for
minute.
over almost 100 more yards. Fucking 1.5
You want to tell me you don't take the rushing out of it because you know damn well. First of all, Drew Brees and it wasn't a scrambler. Damn well, Peyton Manning
Neither one
wasn't.
of them were, but he had 13. Well, no, not 13. I'm sorry, 7 more rushing touchdowns than him. The fantasy points. I mean, come on, Drew Brees is Jesus.
I mean, yeah,
assuming
Drew Brees,
that
he had,
pretty sure
I
it
think
is.
he had
but-
more 5,000 passing yards than anyone in his career. And no, I think remember it was a couple episodes back when we talked about Drew Brees, and I think the main thing that kind of hindered him was him not getting an MVP.
And let's also the MVP, sure, but let's be real. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. That's a Hall of Famer.
Well, yeah, he's a Hall
we
of
can
Famer.
check that down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But look, Jaron, All Pro 10, MVPs 5.
all this says to me is that Peyton Manning just had better teams around him, better circumstances too.
I don't know about that.
I'm being
I don't know
real.
about that. Look, I mean, look, everyone. Peyton Manning has one of the best offenses in NFL history in
Of
2013
course,
for the Denver Broncos.
He led that offense.
He led that offense. And granted, like I said, Drew Brees, he's thrown 5,000 yards, maybe 3-4 times, somewhere around there. So That's all he can really do. I mean, he played under Sean Payton. Sean Payton used that to his strengths. So that was his strengths. And then Peyton Manning, I mean, he wasn't in the best situation like in Indianapolis. Like, you know, he wasn't in that.
He won a ring.
I mean, he won a ring there. I mean, there
What
we
the
go.
fuck? He won a ring.
He won a ring with 2 franchises. Then.
Great, amazing. I get you. But to say he wasn't in a better situation, he
Okay,
had a
that is true.
Hall of Fame wide receiver in Marvin Harrison. Who else was there? Had another wide. Who am I thinking of too?
Reggie Wayne.
Yes. Come on now. Like, he had some dogs around him. Stop fucking playing.
I mean, didn't Drew Brees have dogs, or do you think Drew Brees really just made everyone around him better?
Drew Brees had dogs, but Drew Brees made dogs. Like, he made those dogs.
Okay, if you want to point, you pointed out that they won a Super Bowl because of that defense. Sean Payton won them that Super Bowl against the Colts because they went gritty and hit the unexpected onside kick, and that's what changed the game around.
Of course.
That's one play.
Of course.
I mean,
I also remember a play in that Super Bowl when Peyton Manning threw a pick 6 to seal the game. I remember that too, but I didn't bring it up.
Type shit. Type shit.
But I know for a fact if you didn't see the 5 MVPs, you wouldn't. I feel as though you would have leaned over to Drew Brees' career, as with all those stats being better than Peyton Manning's. If you didn't know about the Super Bowls, about the MVPs, and all pros and whatever, because that's your only argument.
No,
right
no,
now.
my
You're saying all pros
well,
and stuff like that, and then looking at context because you know the names of the players.
Well, yeah, now that I got
And
context,
the record. The record's better too.
but now that I'm looking at context, though, look, if we're looking at it here, look, Peyton Manning. If we've all watched Peyton Manning. This man, his brain, he knew how to pick a defense like
Of course,
nothing.
of course.
He was like one of the smartest quarterbacks to ever play this game.
course.
So and opposing defensive and defensive coordinators, they had fear in their eyes every time Peyton Manning was on the field, regardless. Up to his last year playing in Denver, his last year playing in NFL in general, like he was up there in age, but still he was still you know was
He was field general. Field
you know,
general.
he was a field general. Like, I mean,
course.
Drew Brees is one too, but Drew Brees is also the gunslinger, and he will take more risks. And he's lost them. He's lost the Saints plenty of games.
Wow.
I mean, let's look at the quarterback records. I mean, again, wins aren't a QB stat, but he's lost the Saints plenty of games. The Saints went on they went on a run for I don't know how many years was it in a row. They were either 8-8 or 7-9. Like,
Sure.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was at the helm of it.
Is Drew Brees the reason why we couldn't wrap up before the Minneapolis Miracle? Is Drew Brees the reason the refs missed the blatant blatant pass interference against the Rams in the NFC Championship game?
Oh, I'm not blaming him for that.
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like, he got fucked over by refs and his team in multiple situations. Whereas, I mean, it can be a tribute to coaching and the team and everything. You know, that's a larger sense. But when we're looking at just the quarterbacks, like I said, I think it just means that Peyton Manning really had just solid team around him. Every time he won,
He did.
he had some solid teams.
All right, no, I agree with you on that one actually, because I think Drew Brees, especially in his later half of his career, he had to kind of pick up him being old, like 38, 30, you know, whatever it was, you know, still having to, you know, carry a major part of the workload for the Saints, even in his later years. Hell, the man doesn't even write with it right. He's left-handed now. Like, he blew his shoulder.
Dead at fucking cation,
He
man.
blew his shoulder out completely. Now he can't even do anything with his right shoulder at all. So, you know, and then obviously with Peyton, like, obviously we're looking at postseason success, and like I'm looking at all that, and that plays a part because Peyton. 2015, I guess, yes, we can attribute the defense to why
Number one defense
number one
in the
defense.
year.
It won. But
So Drew Brees was in one Super Bowl, right? Beat Peyton Manning.
yes,
Peyton Manning never beat Drew Brees in the Super Bowl.
no,
Fuck.
I think
That's kind of a lot of context, though.
But if we look at regular season success, like, I mean, yeah, Drew Brees had all those 5,000-yard passing seasons. I mean, but Peyton Manning still has the most passing touchdowns in a regular season with 55. No one has come close to breaking that, even with the 17-game season. I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes is the closest with 50. Tom Brady's done it, got a couple close with 50 as well. I mean, he has the most passing yards in a regular season as well, and then also just what is it? I mean. Hell, I mean, for a short period of time, what is it? He's had, you know, he's held the record for the most touchdown in the season. Obviously, Drew Brees kind of surpassed that. So,
I mean, if we're looking at regular season, I think this is definitely gonna go towards Drew Brees. If you look at only the what they play, 17 games. If you look at only the 17 games a year that they played, 16 with the bye. Yeah, man. You take out the MVPs, you take out the playoffs appearances, the Super Bowls.
If he didn't know it, dude, oh my god, I would have clipped this so fucking fast. I would have clipped it so fucking fast.
Yeah, you gotta take away some of this stuff from me, but I want to know what you guys think down below. Are you taking player A? Are you taking player B? Jaron believes player A is better than player B, but
Dan is gonna eat this shit alive.
Man. And also just got a text right now, y'all, that I have work at 2:30 and I'm still live. So I got one of my coworkers just texted me saying, you're live right now and you got work at 2:30. I'm like, I'm just gonna be a little late. That's okay. They're snitching on me right now.
Nigga, you're self-snitching.
No, that is true, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't worry, I'll be at work in like the next 40. But